Former President Trump is putting a spotlight on a Washington County town. During a speech this week, he talked about the increase in immigrants in Charleroi and how that's impacted residents. We sent KDKA's Ricky Sayer there this afternoon to talk with residents, and he found the issue is a very sensitive subject and has divided many of the people who live there.
We were here just 2 weeks ago to cover the announced closing of the Anchor-Hocking Pyrex plant. Neighbors have feared the impact that could have on their community. While something leaving town has united this community, it's people who are entering, which has divided them. Neighbors in Charleroi have noticed the makeup of their community changing.
You can't even walk through the town without you being next to them or even them pestering you about something.
Raymond Pappas is talking about immigrants. Many are from Haiti. Why is it a problem, just to be clear, if they're like right next to you?
Well, it's not really a problem. It's just that they make you feel uncomfortable.
Many once empty storefronts are now occupied by immigrant-owned businesses.
But that's all their stores. I wouldn't go in any of them. I'm afraid to go in them.
We first reported in March about what we were told is a 2,000% increase in the city's immigrant population over the past 2 years. The local school district told us they had spent $400,000 on additional teachers and an interpreter. Much of the discussion about the increase has played out online.
It's just hateful. I believe there's racism. I'm sorry to say that about my hometown, but I don't know what else to call it. To just blanket everybody is wrong.
Other community members told us they were either afraid to go downtown or were planning to move out because of the immigrant population.
Not because of the individuals, just because of the atmosphere.
Mark Smith owns a music store and school downtown. He says he has lost half his business in large part because people don't want to drive downtown. He says there are too many immigrants in the community who are unfamiliar with local driving laws.
Not knowing the language, the stop signs, the green lights, the red lights, which way to go, one way or another. It's just very confusing. So they should be taught.
Say that part isn't true.
Ellis told us the increase in immigrants is a good thing.
They shop in town here. They go to the gas stations. They're really, for the most part, very good people.
She says a group of them volunteer on their day off to clean the town.
People Asian don't come to America, don't make problem. People Asian come to America, fix problem.
The Charleroi Borough Council's president wrote online about Trump's comments. She says the borough expresses deep concern over the representation of the community's challenges. She says Haitian immigrants have been unjustly scapegoated for the town's problems and that welcoming residents has long been a part of the town's story. She says the focus should be on solutions like what can be done about the 300 jobs that will be lost when the glass plant closes. In Charleroi, Washington County, Ricky Sayer, KDKA-TV News.